Am I being heard? Am I being heard? Possibly. Possibly. Am I being heard? Am I being heard? Possibly. Possibly.
Peace all on the
Possibly.
track.
Am I being heard? Possibly.
Yes, you are being heard, sir. Not live and direct. Once again, you got the Remember the Name podcast episode.
We on 15? 14.
It's like, I think it's like 14 and a half.
Oh, we got that half episode. Let's go.
It's something like that. It's something like 14 3/4, something 14.5, whatever we want to call it. But yeah, we 14 to 15 episodes in. I mean, it's something to be happy about, especially after the last episode we had. That shit was type dope.
Yeah, definitely check that out if you have not yet.
For sure. But before we get into things, let's introduce ourselves because here I go fucking the shit up again.
Don't matter.
You got Xadi.
You got your boy JRBJ, Jonrick. Come on.
You already know we back with purpose and passion. So I didn't expect so much shit to happen since the last episode that we dropped.
Yeah, especially because so much shit happened last week.
Facts, like it's I can't front. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because it's, Corona stuff is starting to, well, not starting to clear up. People are starting to just not give a fuck.
Yeah, people are starting to dismiss it. Shout out Florida for doing that, I guess. Texas.
Fuck. Making it hard, man.
Yeah, they're making it hard.
Making it hard. But yeah, more things to talk about. And I can't lie, John. I've been feeling to talk about this. Just because, like, it's funny, right? Mm-hmm. Also concerning.
Yeah, no, I agree.
More funny, but also concerning.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But
the number one question in America is,
who shot Meg?
Who shot Meg? We're getting right into it. Who shot Meg? The $1 million question.
Who shot Meg, John? So
we got a couple suspects.
Just to give you a kind of like a spiel about what happened.
A refresher.
Yeah, a little refresher. So over the week, Tory Lanez.
At this point, it might be Tory and Lanez.
It might be. But Tory and Meg Thee Stallion and Kylie Jenner
were spotted together at the Jenner's residence.
Before we even get to the shooting shit, maybe it's just me, but the way Tory creeped up on Kylie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that looked like a little, you know what I'm saying? He might be doing a little something, might be entangled in that.
I don't know. You might be right. There's a lot of entanglements going on now, and now that entanglements are the hot thing, it might be, but
yeah.
There was a little party at the Jenner's residence.
There was a little party. So from that party, we graduated to them leaving the party, and they were stopped by police after there were shots heard, and there was a report that a certain vehicle left the party.
Right.
So the police were called, and we don't know too much information. But what we do know is that Meg's foot was definitely injured.
It was shot. Allegedly.
Allegedly. And we need to know who did it.
Yeah. Who
now,
shot Meg?
They weren't the only two people in the car, right?
There was a third unidentified, I think. Personally, I think it was Kylie Jenner. Just going allegedly. I think so. There was a third unidentified person She is a billionaire, so it's pretty easy to get out of any kind of predicament when you got money and power like that.
That's a fact.
So
That's a fact. I wonder how that whole thing went down. Like,
I don't know. Like,
oh, shout out to the Thunder.
Got that thunder in the background.
Yeah,
That's authentic.
that thunder. That
It's
that
about to
lightning.
rain. It's about to rain crazy, but
Yeah,
fuck it.
but this is a perfect day to pot.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So Meg Thee Stallion
Shot.
was shot, and people think Tory Lanez is the one who did it.
Yeah, it's because Tory was arrested, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they got him allegedly shooting his gun off, dispersing a firearm or whatever you want to call it. So he was taken into custody. And he was what do you do? I don't even know the process because I've never been arrested. But he went through the whole process. The police for some reason leaked out his information like, yo, my man is 5'3", $130. So the jokes was flying.
5'3".
My man was 5'3", $130, yo.
Lloyd was talking about Tory. Lloyd was talking about Tory.
Yo, nah, they was violating my man
He's
Tory, bro.
5'2".
You seen the one thing on I think he was on Sway. He was sitting in the chair and then nigga stood up. He was the same height.
Yeah, that nigga honestly looked like he damn near got shorted.
Yo, that shit is bad, yo. They're trying to violate my man Tory. And also they so Meg was with Tory. Meg got shot. Meg's bodyguard wasn't there. I seen something on the bodyguard post like, I'm not gonna let her go out again by herself, blase blase. Something about like she need to be around with people with better aim. So it kind of like seems like he also thinks possibly that Tory Lanez, the other gentleman in the car, might have shot Meg Thee Stallion.
What if? Alright, this is what I think happened.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think Tory has little man syndrome.
Possibly.
We know Meg is a behemoth.
Yeah, she got some height to her.
She's
got some
a tall
stallion in her.
motherfucker. She got some nice legs.
Mm.
She's a very beautiful woman. Shout out to Meg. No hate to Meg.
I love you, Meg.
Where's the ring?
I'm broke.
Yo, you real though.
Nah, she
You
got the
real.
bread, man.
I can't afford the ring that Meg wants.
Yeah, I can't definitely not afford that.
But I don't know. I see from the clip of him, her, and Kylie. She's like, "Yo, you better not drop my phone, Tory." But just the way she said it, I just feel like Meg don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meg gonna tell you whatever the fuck she wanna tell you, whenever, however, and either you man enough to take it or you not.
Straight
in her
like,
eyes.
Straight like that.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Tory had enough of that shit. And nigga had to put his foot down, his size 6 down onto the floor.
So he shop at Baby Foot Locker or Kids Foot Locker?
Yes.
Damn, my
He had
son
to
shop.
put his baby shoes on the floor and said, enough is enough.
So if he sit on a bar stool, his legs are dangling? Come on, man.
Can you respect the nigga who has his feet dangling from a chair?
I think possibly. I don't know. I'm not a female, so it's up to them to accept it.
If a nigga bagged the bitch that I wanted and his legs were swinging off a chair,
You'd be tight.
there's some self-reflecting I gotta do. Definitely some self-fucking reflecting. Or the nigga got fucking money. But that's neither here nor there. We need to find out who shot Meg because these are two big artists.
Big artist. Tory Lanez is on the come up right now.
On the come up. He's releasing music like every week.
He just became independent.
Know what I mean? And he's finessing out there. Then you got Meg, who is
Just
leading the ladies. Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hot girl.
Hot girl
Know what I'm
summer,
saying?
hot girl
And
Meg.
she started a wave and she's trying to continue that shit. And she's a new upcoming artist. Like
Oh yeah.
everybody fucks with Meg. Whether you fuck with her whole album or just one song, she could spit with the niggas.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like she just had her first #1 song with Beyonce Savage remix. So Meg's having a good year. She's on the come up. She's kind of fulfilling everything that I personally thought she would be doing by this year because she was just so great last year.
Yeah.
So like she's loved and there's a lot of backing from her label for her because you can tell they got a Beyonce feature for her. So like Meg is like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I personally hope that Tory Lanez did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion because I personally like Tory Lanez's music, and I think this is a possible musical suicide in a sense if he shot Megan. Like, it's crazy. Like, it might be worse than, like, I don't know. If he shot Megan out of aggression, it's probably worse than the Chris Brown incident with Rihanna.
Is this
It's just as bad.
Do you think this is gonna start a whole new movement? Possibly. Do you think this has the potential to start like this movement against? I guess I don't know. Just I don't know what's the word. Just abuse.
I think so. If it's as bad as it's worst case scenario. So I'm saying this worst case scenario. If it was like, oh, if Meg and Tory were in a relationship or in a kind of entanglement, as Jada is put us onto, and he kind of got mad, and he took his aggression out, and he shot Megan. Even if accidentally, maybe he was pulling his gun out, didn't have the safety on. I don't know. This is all alleged until the information comes out. But based on the way that everyone else is kind of like talking about it and kind of articulating it, it seems like he might have shot her. Don't know purposely or not. But I think it's a career suicidal move in a sense because he's doing so well. He's independent now, so he doesn't have a label backing him with all his shit. And Megan Thee Stallion is a very liked person in the industry right now. So it's definitely like a musical or career suicidal or at least career delaying move if the rumors come out and say that he actually did shoot her. But I did see that Meg Thee Stallion is not really saying anything to the police whatsoever, so they're not like saying, oh, he did this or they did that. So we don't know, and if he did end up shooting her and she's holding it down for him, she's real as fuck for that.
But
like,
if she don't hold it down, is that career suicide for her?
If she don't hold it down for him, I don't think so. This is a female, and if this guy actually shot her off aggression, like what kind of shit is that? They in the Hollywood Hills, bro. They at the Jenner's house. Like, you gotta move different when you in those environments.
But
dog.
when you like a hood chick, you know what I mean?
She
like,
a hood chick, but
aren't you supposed to not
now.
snitch either?
Yeah, but like I say in a sense, but like this is a man that possibly might have shot this girl because she rejected him. Like, what type of shit is that? That might be a bigger bad look for the man than anything.
For sure.
So I don't think it's.
But I'm just trying to see both.
No, for
where
sure.
where this could possibly go, you know.
Also, I don't think Meg is gonna cooperate if it is alleged. If it is found out that Tory might have been the reason she got shot or she's the one that shot her, I don't see her going out and be like, yo, Tory shot me, blase blase. So I don't see her doing that. But like, if she does actually eventually cooperate with the police and say that's what happened, then you can't be mad at her, especially because no. There's mad like where they were. There's mad. Every house has like high-end camera systems outside their house, so I'm sure they are able to get that footage and piece together an investigation, and so I'm sure they'll be able to find out what happens.
And look, this is me asking a question about what this will do negatively to Megan and her snitching and stuff. Like, don't take that the wrong way. If you are dealing with abuse, if you, know what I'm saying, definitely hit up the police, know what I'm saying, get some help, know what I mean, get yourself out that situation, because I don't promote that at all. And they could come in many different forms. Friends, it could come in your significant other, and it could come in just an acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? So just be wary out there. I'm not saying Tory is guilty because we don't know the full story yet.
I'm hoping he's not.
But I'm hoping this is a whole misunderstanding, and this is really just the media doing its job again to try to manipulate
the culture.
Yeah.
But what if Meg was like, yo, I only date dudes 5'5" or taller, and this nigga was like, nah, bitch. Shot her in the foot. Or he was shooting at the floor, trying to be all raw and like tough, and then the shit ricocheted and hit her.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that happening. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he tried to put his foot down.
Or he was showing off.
He tried to show off. He tried to shoot the shit. You know what I mean? And it just backfired in a way that he didn't expect it.
My son shot Meg though.
But
allegedly.
But yeah, Meg, you don't have to snitch, and you should snitch if that shit definitely happen.
Yeah, if it was like some domestic abuse type shit, yo, definitely like I ain't mad at you. Go ahead, do your thing, Megan.
Facts.
Like, we don't condone it.
Facts. Speaking of that snitching topic.
Mm.
We got the snitch hotline
Mhm.
straight from the NBA.
Bubble in Orlando.
So, motherfuckers can't leave the bubble.
Yeah, you can't leave the bubble.
You can't sneak out.
Can't get food.
Can't get food. You can't say hi to your family members unless you have permission to do so. And then if you do, you have to quarantine or stay away from the team for a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got a lot of NBA players fucking up.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of NBA players who are just some ungrateful Greek bastards. And I'm going to just keep it straight funky like that.
Yeah, I agree, yo. Like, I seen a lot of NBA players on Instagram complaining about the food in the bubble. And, like, at the end of the day, yo, they getting good. This, like, regardless, it's pretty good. It's pretty good food, I would assume. Like, I seen people, like, eating steak and shrimp, and I'm like, yo, just because it's maybe not, like, packaged the correct way or something like that, like, don't mean it's, like, that shitty. And, like, even if it is, yo, you guys are doing this so you guys can get the remaining amount of your salaries because you want the league to be prosperous and not lose money for upcoming years. So I think some of these players need to calm down, at least with the food aspect, and just do what you got to do, because what you're doing right now is you're on the quest to win the championship. And you got to do what you got to do, man. Like,
the NBA has been doing a good job, dog.
Yeah.
Like, we're leading the way. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't done the best job, but
they're doing a good job.
they're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? And you put a bad light on them.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're a part of the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like, you represent it as well. Especially when you're a top star who made it into the playoffs.
Yeah, you don't see LeBron James complaining about the food. This man is quiet.
You know what he worried about.
Yeah, he trying to get this chip, dog. Like, that's what I'm saying.
If anything, you put your body through some shit, nah, man, it's gonna make you stronger. So I don't feel bad for these niggas.
They said that someone snitched on Dwight Howard. I don't know what he was exactly doing, but they snitched on Dwight Howard. I think it was something about him not wearing a mask. But he put out a statement and was like, yo, if we in this bubble, we get tested every day, and we the only people we're around, why should I have to wear a mask? And, like, at the end of the day, he's somewhat right. Because they are the most tested individuals probably in the country right now.
But
There's daily testing. There's not a lot of people going in and out of the situation. So I'm not mad at him about that, because he is somewhat right. If any person in the world or in America is to not have to wear a mask every time they go outside, it's probably the dudes in the NBA bubble, because it's a closed knit environment, daily testing for every single person in the bubble, and there's not people going in and out of the bubble constantly. So it's a lot. So I'm not mad at him about that.
But this is a bigger picture though, right, John? Like, this is not just Corona, you know. This is just being safe from everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, you might have Corona, you know what I'm saying? That's a risk. But all in all, you don't want to get your teammate sick, whether it's Corona or not. Right? So it's like,
That's true.
I see it. I see Dwight's point, but then it's like, come on. Like, you know why we doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
You know this is bigger than just Corona, and this is some shit in the future we got to take into consideration.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm not, like, I'm just gonna say I'm not mad at him for doing what he's doing. But other people have gotten in trouble too. I saw, who was it? I can't remember who it was. One of the players put up a thing about, hey, like, yo, you can order food to the bubble, you just gotta meet him at the gate. And like 10 minutes later, he was just like, my bad, and like he deleted the post and was like, oh, my bad, because another player actually got in trouble for kind of doing that. So he was like, he deleted his tweet, and then he, like, I forgot who it was, but he deleted his tweet and it was like, oh, my bad. I think it might have been Kelly Oubre or something like that. But like, it's hilarious, man. And one of the big things is that I seen too as well is that this girl on Instagram, I don't know her name, she was like, oh, guys are already hitting me up. The NBA bubble about to, like, pretty much get destroyed because like all these guys are like this one player is hitting her up, and be like, yo, like whenever they let people in, I'm pretty much gonna come through. So who knows, man? Who knows?
I hope this shit don't backfire. I hope we're able to watch a full NBA playoffs.
I think we are though, but it's gonna be very interesting when they start letting family members and friends into the bubble.
It was Zion, right?
No, it wasn't Zion with the girl. I think the girl is talking to Montrezl Harrell from the information I gathered.
But Zion left the bubble.
But Zion did leave the bubble. He left the bubble at a family emergency.
Oh, okay.
They said if he gets tested while he's away from the bubble, he only has to get quarantined for 4 days. But if he doesn't get tested at all, it's a 10-day quarantine when he comes back.
That's a little minute.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have playoffs coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, the season technically starts on the 30th, I think, of this month. And Zion's team plays the first matchup. So.
That's going to be fun. I can't wait to see Zion in playoff mode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, another big thing in the bubble I saw was Kemba Walker. He had an interview, and he was like, yo, like, the other day I was walking, and, like, walking with Jason Tatum, and I seen Bron. He's like, I seen Bron with no security. He specifically said, he specifically said, the last time you probably seen Bron with no security is when he was like 9 years old, as an exaggeration of like, this dude's a megastar, and he's like seeing him without security is kind of crazy. But him being in the bubble, you're able to have that kind of like environment of where LeBron could be present and not have security.
Yo, you're not LeBron, my nigga. You're not LeBron. You're Kemba fucking Walker. Yes, I said it just like that.
I think he was more saying that it's cool to see him without security. Because a guy like that grew up with LeBron being like the best player in the league.
Yeah, but why are you so surprised? Like, I'm saying, like,
I think it's high praise, honestly.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because it's like, yo, these guys look up to Bron. He's the elder statesman. He's still one of the top players in the league. And to see him kind of like on the same level as everyone else, in a sense, like, it's really like, oh, we all in this together.
I didn't read the tweet, so I took it the wrong way initially.
Nah, it was an interview. He was just like, he was like happy, and like he was happy. He was like, yo, man, I can't believe I seen LeBron walking around just like that. Like, you can see the pure excitement, the joy of like a superstar player in the league, just like excited to see another like superstar player in the league. But we are talking about LeBron, who's a top 3 probably player of all time in most circles. So it's cool to see like some players semi geek out, fan out, probably seeing other players just in natural environments where they probably haven't seen those players be in for a minute.
That would be, I guess that could be cool. You know what I'm saying? Just, if you're used to seeing that person.
Yeah, because both those guys are young. Kimba's young. He's probably under 30. Jason Tatum's probably like 22, 23. Like, these guys grew up when LeBron was winning chips. Like, you feel me? Like, in the Miami days, these kids was like in high school, middle school.
I could see that. I don't know. It's a different scope for me, you know. It's a different scope. I could see that, and I agree. Like, that's probably some shit unheard of or unseen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that big, rolling with no security.
Yeah, but I had a question I wanted to ask you about the snitch hotline. Do you think that players should be looked down upon for snitching about other players, like kind of like sneaking stuff into the bubble, risking themselves by getting exposed to people outside of the bubble, like trying to like violate pretty much the terms of the bubble?
I think it depends.
Bringing out independent things. Because I know right now snitching is like the biggest thing going on because of the whole 6ix9ine stuff, and a lot of people are looking down on snitching. But so I just kind of want to see like where you gauge the calling into an anonymous phone line, like, yo, blase person is I seen them sneak someone in, or like I see them leaving out to get food and now they're back. Like, what do you think about that? Like, you think that's a good thing for players to be doing, or not? Snitches get stitches. Like, where do you stand on that line?
I think if you're a citizen and you've carried yourself as a citizen and just a citizen like life, if you carried yourself like a citizen or just a citizen your whole life and didn't like even hint at the fact that you might be about that life, then you have every right to. Because honestly, you worried about your life. You know what I'm saying, you don't go by that moral code. You don't go by that street code.
Mm-hmm.
But if you a hooper, you know what I'm saying, in which probably most of these niggas came from the hood. You know what I'm saying, like you have a certain code that you grew up on.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
whether you a street kid or not. You know what I'm saying, because I'm not a street nigga, but shit, I still won't snitch. You know what I mean, like.
No, I feel you, but like you were saying before, you kind of playing with people's lives in a sense, because even though like these guys are top athletes in great shape and they are probably less likely to be die from this disease or really get too bad of the side effects, I think it's still like you violating someone's like medical, like physical, like I don't even know how to articulate it, but you kind of like risking someone else by doing what you're doing. I think that because
you're risking somebody else's life.
You're risking somebody else's life. So I think I wouldn't be upset with a player telling on another player because they are putting everyone at risk by doing by leaving the bubble or violating the rules of the bubble, because these guys are professional athletes. They're not out there in the streets. They're not doing street illegal activities. The NBA set up this little situation for them, so we're able to play these games, stay safest, be able to finish the season, and you violating those rules is putting everyone at risk. So I'm not going to be upset if someone tells on someone, but personally, I probably wouldn't say too much myself. But like, I don't think players should be intimidated because of the street aspect, because they're not in the streets. These are $1 million athletes. They're going to continue to be $1 million athletes, and they're risking their careers, their lives, their loved ones' lives to do this quarantine situation, and you violating it is putting them at risk. So I'm not too mad at someone being upset that you're exposing them to a lot of these risks.
Yeah, being upset and telling though is different. So I don't know, maybe having a conversation with that person though, because I don't know, I personally would want to have a conversation with that person, you know what I'm saying, face to face before I even tell the league.
Yeah,
you know
or give them a warning.
If I wanted to tell the league.
Or even give the player a warning, like, yo, bro, I seen you do this, you know, you putting us at risk. Like, come on, man, you got to do better than that. I don't know. But I think it's a little different than the street code, though. I think it's definitely different from the street code because they're not in the streets. They're trying to... Every single person is a $1 million entity, and they're trying to protect their image. They're trying to protect their entity. They're trying to protect their surroundings. And, like, you doing stuff is putting people at risk. So I'm not going to be too upset if someone does say something because there is a bigger goal at hand, and that's possibly winning a championship. And a lot of things have been put together for them to be able to do that.
Right. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to be... Hopefully, they hold themselves accountable, and we get to see them perform. You know what I'm saying?
We got like 2 more weeks.
I know that sounds bad, but this is what they want to do. This is their job. You know what I'm saying? They also have a... You know what I mean? Like, they also have a life outside of basketball, so...
True.
It's tricky. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky. It's tricky. But... I don't want to judge I don't want to judge one of our players, you know what I'm saying, for deciding either or. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like we're so critical of each other.
Right.
We're always judging each other, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's time we need to stop. Like even talking about the fucking Nick Cannon shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit is another thing where he's getting backlash from people for, you know what I'm saying, trying to do the right thing.
I watched the whole Nick Cannon thing. I've also watched people speak about like why it was wrong. I get it for sure. He used words that were upsetting to the Jewish community, but at the same time, I think he's a gentleman that after the situation happened, he immediately, like, once someone reached out to him, like, yo, this is like kind of like what you're saying. As soon as he got educated on the topic, he apologized about it, and and then he got like pretty much fired from his occupation at Viacom. So Wildin' Out, MTV.
20 years, bro.
Yeah, he's been in there for. I don't know. I think it's unfair to have fired him because he didn't use like a super derogatory thing to call a certain culture. He did. I disagree. I do agree that he did go over the board when he did articulate the words. What he called them, savages. You can't talk about entire people and call them savages just because there's bad apples in the situation. But I think the process he took of kind of like saying, hey, I'm gonna reach out to more people and get educated on the subject matter. I apologize for what I said. That's not how I meant to say it. And as well as, like, that's what you want from people. You want to say, hey, I made a mistake. Let me educate myself in this topic point so I don't make this mistake again. And I think there's a lot of rush to judgment for Nick Cannon, especially over the years that we've seen a lot of African Americans, a lot of black people get just absolutely shitted on by media, by other big people. And they
Facts.
have kept their occupations. They have been able to continue doing what they're doing. Big one was the Don Imus thing. He called the one basketball team nappy-headed hoes, like the Rutgers team. Like, it's been like 10 years ago. There's been countless incidents of where black people having their selves violated by other cultures, and they haven't got the blunt of the punishment as Nick Cannon has gotten. And most black people ask for is, like, if you do make that mistake, educate yourself on why you made that mistake, and come back more educated on the topic. And Nick Cannon stayed true to that. Like, he misspoke. He was wrong about what he said, but he is educating himself on the proper way to go about saying what he says and educate himself about a different culture. And I think we should celebrate that in a sense, as well as you might persecute, but once someone educates himself, we should be a little bit more accepting into like, hey, this guy made a mistake. He's trying to get better. That's great. That's what every person should be doing.
Yeah, but I would say this. His comments, I feel like if I was a Caucasian person,
yeah,
definitely you was wildin'. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see the whole...
It was more of the Jewish community were upset because the timing, the location he was speaking on was pretty much the Jewish people. So I think that's where he went wrong by generalizing a people or doing something where it might have not have been all of them. It might have been just some of them doing certain things. So I think the generalization of entire people is what really got him into a lot of trouble.
Right.
In a sense.
But we also got to take into account, you know what I'm saying, like, how free are you with your speech? You know what I'm saying? How free are we? You know what I mean? Like, we attach ourselves with these corporations who use us for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't say anything either about it or even be ourselves. Now, look, I understand because I wouldn't want this on the other foot. Do I want Caucasian or Jewish people to be calling, people of color names or saying they're evil or blah blah? No, I wouldn't want that. So I say that's wrong, because you generalize people, right? And this is what we're trying to steer away from. Mm-hmm. But like you said, he did the right thing by trying to educate himself. But back to my point, as a black king, you know what I'm saying, as a person who's held himself to that standard,
right,
over his career, you have to almost kind of just, I don't know, it goes back to the conversation we had about the J. Cole shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where we have to communicate better and communicate to that person, like, all right, you did this wrong, this is how you fix it, or look at this point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always the best approach to be like, yo, you're wrong, blah, blah. Like, yo, look at this point of view and tell me if this makes sense.
Right.
You know? And we need to do that more with our people.
Yeah,
we need to do that more with our people. Other cultures need to do that with their people. Check them. But there's a way of checking people, especially people who have shown or have a resume of just doing great things and being a king.
Yeah,
I mean, or a queen.
Yeah, because Nick Cannon, for years, have put a lot of minorities on. He's put a lot of even white people on. Through his show, Wildin' Out, a lot of really famous people were on Wildin' Out. Cat Williams, you got Mikey Day that's on SNL right now. You got Pete Davidson who's on SNL right now. Who else? Cat Williams, like he's put, and he count every year, every show he puts on a different musical artist. So he's always in the culture of hip hop. He's always put on people
Facts.
For a long time.
Men and women.
Men, women, yep, for a long time. Like he's
struggling artists, struggling comedians, successful comedians.
Right.
I'm saying this is a person we've called corny year after year. You know what I'm saying? This is why is he corny? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. He does corny shit. He definitely does corny shit, but is he a corny person? Nah.
Nah.
He's definitely not. He's one of the best examples.
Right.
So shout out to Nick Cannon. I know you're gonna get a show somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? When you hold yourself with that value, people gonna want to find that.
Yeah, I saw Diddy tweet like, "Yo, come over to Revolt." Like,
and that's what we need.
He's like, "Come over to Revolt, we got you." I don't know. The big thing is that pretty much I want to say is that I think that it's unfair that when a black person makes a mistake, it's like, even though like people say, "Oh, that white guy says this thing, everyone wants to cancel him, blah 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 blah, he loses his job," but there's been a lot of pain in the African American community, especially in America, that they've been enduring for hundreds of years. Like, with that pain, there's a lot of backlash that you can have in your heart, in your brain, and towards the pain. And he might have articulated himself in the wrong way, but like, this guy literally right away, he's like, "Yo, someone reached out to me, explained to me like what you're saying, why it's offensive, and like maybe your history that you were speaking of is not 100% accurate because you try to generalize it to one people or one area of concentration, but some of what he's saying is somewhat true. It might not be directed toward the Jewish community, but there was times back then that there was the Nordic people, like the blah blah blah." But like, I just think he just like he had the wrong guest on there. He tried to talk about a point maybe that he wasn't fully educated on, or he might have been educated wrong on. But like, as a human person, he immediately apologized.
They make mistakes, man.
He make mistake. He immediately apologized. He immediately sought someone that was more informative. He's continuing to find people that are more informative. And to see everyone just like, "Yeah, Nick Cannon, get him out of here, blah, blah, blah." When the only thing black people want is for you guys, when this happens on the other foot, is to educate yourself and be apologetic about it. Like, even with the whole Drew Brees thing, like, Drew Brees said what he said, and people like, "Bro, that's insensitive. Like, what are you doing, bro?" But like, people reached out to him and explained to him like what was going on, and he kind of somewhat doubled down on his take. And then after a little bit more backlash, he's like, "Okay, I educated myself, and now we're moving forward, and we're able to kind of like
Drew Brees.
We're trying to," and he's able to try to move forward with the situation. I wouldn't go straight out fuck Drew Brees, because I'm not mad at anyone that is.
When you double down.
Yeah, but after that, he apologized, and he's educating himself and meeting up with certain people. It's kind of like the whole it's like, you can't be mad when someone, like, maybe they just were coming from the wrong angle, but if they're accepting education and they're accepting to kind of like look at something for a different way, that's all I personally would ask for from people.
Everybody's human. They have opportunity to change their perspectives. They have an opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's granted that. So I hope anybody who does make a mistake, y'all do your fucking homework.
Yeah, do your homework. Just like Nick Cannon's doing his homework. Just like Deshaun Jackson also said some stuff a few weeks ago that was very offensive to the Jewish community, very anti-Semitic. And he said, I came from a point of ignorance where I wasn't fully educated on what was going on, and you know what I'm doing? I'm going to reach out to the high people in the Jewish community. I am going to reach out to people that understand this situation. I'm going to educate myself to make sure I don't make that mistake again. And like, if those two guys are able to come to that realization as quickly as they were come to, that's all the African American community asks from other cultures is when it comes to situations of race with black people. You need to first educate yourself and then kind of like apologize for what you're saying because you're not informed as you think you are about a certain situation, and move on and kind of like
take your ego away from the shit, man.
Yeah, just like those two guys did. Take your ego away from the situation. I know some people are still killing them, like, oh, these guys are racist, these guys are discriminatory, but like they made a discriminatory mistake and they immediately went to educate themselves on why that mistake was made and what they can do going forward to make sure that mistake is not made and they're not offending a people or offending a religion or a culture in a negative way. Like, so I just want other people to just kind of hold themselves to that standard. And I think it is an underlying root of racism where we are ready to just destroy black people for making a mistake just because right now many white people don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation about racism. So there is a deflect from the main topic of racism. Oh, this black guy said this thing about these guys. Black Lives Matter is not a real movement. Like, I saw a lot of people just dismissing the movement of Black Lives Matter. That nothing else, just mattering. And just because of statements made by these gentlemen that are African American. And I think what's going on right now is that a lot of people of other cultures are waiting for black people to make those mistakes so they can pounce on them and so they can like skirt the issue of racism in America with being black. And I feel like that's unfair, and I feel like that's kind of what happened within the Cannon situation. They were like, they got excited. I felt like there was a lot of excitement to see a black man make a mistake so they can pounce on him and discredit what's going on in the world and discredit what's going on in America. And it kind of like saddens me to think about that. It's bad, and he went about it the perfect way. Like, obviously he made the mistake of saying what he said, but he went out and, like we keep saying, immediately educated himself, immediately went to the people that he offended, the people that know more than him, and he's continuing to educate himself. And I don't want the real issues to be skirted because of the situation that's going on. That's pretty much how I feel about that.
Bing, boom, period.
I was rambling, but like that's how I feel about that, man. Like, I think this is a way for people to skirt away from the real issue. They say mistake, kill this guy, discredit the movement. Like, it's just painful.
See what they doing. Y'all see what they doing.
It's painful to see.
Thank you for pointing that out. Y'all see what they doing. Y'all fucking see what they doing.
What else we got
on the dock? So
shit got me
that was a little.
up.
I know that shit got a little. This nigga poured some Henny midway of his rant because he was turning the fuck up. I fucked with it.
On a lighter note, we could talk about our versus battle that I shitted on you last weekend.
Whoa. Shitted on.
It's a recap. 50 Ti.
Nah,
Come
buddy.
on, man.
Nah, buddy.
Come on, man.
I love how you trying to switch it up right now, but Look, I'll say this.
Oh, disclaimer.
Nah, not even. I'll say this. You definitely put up a great fight. You put up a great fight. But
I'm out here, man. I'm like Muhammad Ali in his prime.
But in a 20-song battle, back to back, you riding in the fucking Jeep, you anywhere you at. Anywhere you at. Them top 20 songs that I played by 50, you gonna want rather than T.I. And that's just point blank period. You know what I'm saying? But it was a dope battle. I came in front. You won the coin toss, so you was able to capitalize.
Yeah, I had my strategy set up.
You know what I'm saying? Off of that, I woke up out of bed and just made my list. Nah, I told you this outside of the podcast.
He said that. Disclaimer, though. He disclaimed. He
woke up out of bed, make my list. Know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a New York head, I'm not a crazy 50 fan. Know what I'm saying? But I know my 50. And shit, I'm gonna take the Nick Cannon route, and if there's anything I could have did better, y'all let me know. But I did my thing. I'm fucking confident in the songs that I played. That shit had me fuck. All in all, T.I. got some fucking bangers, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling, man, people sleep on my man Tip. T.I. Harris.
Like,
man.
we knew 50. We knew 50. But T.I. comes out the woodworks with some shit.
For sure, 100%.
But if we're going to call T.I. a legend, I say we got to call 50 a legend as well.
Oh, yeah, 50 definitely was a legend during his time. He had a nice little run. Like, it was a short run, but it was impactful. It definitely impacted a lot of hip-hop, and 50 Cent is pretty much going to be immortal in the hip-hop community for the rest of the existence.
So, I don't know if we're going to see this battle in real life.
Yeah, right now it's looking pretty iffy.
It's looking pretty iffy, and 50 is just not the one to entertain like that.
Mm-hmm.
He only kind of, if anything, I feel like 50 just goes after something if he feels like he can definitely win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or he can definitely shift the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you could really do that with T.I., especially when T.I. is, like, he's trying to, you already see he's trying to discredit T.I. before the battle even.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
You know, so, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna see this happening, but I don't know what constitutes somebody winning the versus battle, because they can have because this could be an instance where a rapper could win the versus battle but not have as great as a catalog as the other
sure.
rapper.
Yeah, for sure. It all depends on how the people are really reacting to the songs. I've seen a couple that were on Instagram Live, and it just depends on how the crowd is or the people viewing the battle kind of what they're looking for, because I remember in the Fabulous Jadakiss one, people was yo, they were all about the hardcore rapping, blah blah blah. They liked that little aggression, but maybe Fabulous had some of the better mainstream songs.
Right.
So it's possible to have the better mainstream music and kind of lose the crowd or the viewing audience. It all depends on the age, I think, of the viewing audience, how certain songs resonate to certain people as well. So it's tough, man. It's tough. There is that...
So we have demographic. Mm-hmm. We have just hit songs.
Hit songs, yeah. We
have... I feel like your mouthpiece definitely plays a part in the versus battle, especially if you're rapping over your songs or you're jamming to your songs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking smooth with it, if you really bop into it, people gonna bop with you. If you're looking like a cool nigga, niggas gonna want to be coolin' with you.
Right.
So I think it was the Nelly and
was it Ludacris?
Yeah, Nelly and Ludacris. Nelly has a lot of hit songs.
Yeah, he does.
I'm saying Ludacris does too, but Nelly is the one that resonates.
He's got some big ones.
Right, he has some big ones. So, but Ludacris was just looking too cool.
Yeah, he was looking good, confident, and the biggest thing I think is where you play certain songs. If you're able to strategize yourself well, because in our battle, my goal was to go second first. For the first 10, I wanted to go second.
Right.
Because I wanted to pick up points early on where I can dictate. So I went second first. So whatever you played, I tried to counter it. And if I knew a song that was going to be super hard to beat, I just didn't waste a good song on it. And then for my second 10, I played pretty much only Billboard charting songs. So once you play your really good songs, I'm going to play songs that maybe the general public might know more often than some of the first half stuff. So I tried to make the second half semi-debatable so that I could maybe pick up a few points here and there. So
John, how do you feel about having a whole strategy and still losing?
Well, coming in, I thought I was the underdog, as the rest of the world thought. That's the reason we made this versus battle thing. So I thought I was the underdog. The world thought I was the underdog, and so I was coming from.
Which is fucked up because you're the one that fucking pressed me about this.
I asked you about it, and then you're like, "Yo, it's not even
Oh
close."
my god!
It's not
Don't
even
cap.
close.
Don't cap.
Nah, I asked you what you feel about it, and you was like, "Oh, 50 got
You
this
was
easy."
talking your shit. You was talking your shit.
I only
John.
said stuff to hype you up, and like, obviously it didn't work. I'm joking. But nah, I just think coming from the underdog portion, I think like I had more chance to really show people that T.I. has a great catalog, and like
I didn't have room for error.
no, you had room for error.
Nah, I have room for error because of T.I.'s catalog, but I don't have room for error just based off 50's catalog. So because he has so many good songs, it's almost like if you don't play him in the right pocket, if you don't play him in the right position,
right,
you're gonna fuck yourself over. And I didn't find I don't think it was that hard for me to kind of adapt, you know what I'm saying, and try to outwit you. It was just, you know what I'm saying, like, you got two legends.
yeah.
You get yourself caught up into fucking bumping T.I. song.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm sure you got caught up bumping fucking 50 songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was just a dope ass battle. You know what I'm saying? I had a good competitor. This is why I have Jonrick as my co-host. You know what I'm saying? Cause,
Right.
you know what I mean? I know he's gonna bring some credible shit, and he's gonna deliver the same way I'm gonna want to deliver, with the same passion. So, yeah, y'all gonna check that. Y'all go and check that shit out. Like we said, what constitutes you winning the versus battle? You gotta have a good mouthpiece. You gotta hope that demographic that's listening to you is going to resonate with your music.
Right.
And you're gonna have to have those songs.
Yeah, especially and ordering of the songs, like where you play certain songs.
Right.
Where you play certain songs is gonna go a long way into you winning, into you losing. Maybe you play two songs, people resonate with one song more than the other. So I think a lot of when you play songs is gonna come into play rather than what songs you play. To be honest with you.
Word.
But there is a new versus battle. I think they just announced.
Who?
They got the Snoop D-O-double-G legend
Snoop Doggy Dogg
versus one of our New York legends, DMX. That should be a really good battle. I've seen a lot of people saying Snoop should clean him up pretty easy.
What?
So I'm trying to see where you stand on this.
The fuck? What are you talking about?
I've heard people say Snoop is gonna clean him up, man.
DMX, X is different, bro. X has his own sound. Like,
Yeah, he does.
nobody sounds like
him.
him. You know what I'm saying? So he's taking you out of this world. And nobody has a sound like Snoop.
Oh,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? They don't either, which makes this a crazy ass
It's
battle.
a crazy battle.
But
for sure. Legend.
this is not a back and forth battle. I don't think. I think it's a battle of styles.
Yeah, what style people like more.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be up to the demographic, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll put my money on X.
I wouldn't even bet. I don't know who to take, so I probably wouldn't. I just can't bet on this. I don't know who to take because I can see either one winning. Because some people might be rocking with the aggression that day, and like X is gonna give you that aggression, dog. And he got hits. This man sold out. You seen the famous picture where everyone jokes he sold out a continent. Like there's like probably like 50, 60,000 people in a crowd just going crazy for this dude. So X got a big following, and Snoop been in the game for 30 years. So he got songs. He got Dr. Dre on him. So it's either you like aggression or you like the laid back, I'ma smoke weed.
It depends how high everybody is.
True.
To be honest, y'all got some dope ass fucking weed. Yeah, I might sway over to Snoop's side because he's gonna have you on that mellow.
Have you on that mellow, yeah, for sure.
But
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Like, come on, man.
Speaking about that, I'm not too sure if we can trust DMX's mouthpiece like that.
Yeah,
I feel like he has that.
If he start barking on the beat, it's over for
he has
Snoop.
He has that oh damn, X looking sick
Mm-hmm.
type of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Snoop is like, man, black don't crack. Like he been looking
Yeah.
cool, calm, and collect, OG from the beginning. So
And he's a smooth talker, so he could
Right.
definitely talk his way into winning every single song, even when X hits you with some crazy shit.
let me play this. Let me play this here for you, baby.
Yeah.
He gonna say some shit like that,
Some smooth shit.
and then he gonna play that shit, and then girls' socks is gonna be fucking off, and niggas is just gonna be smoking L's
Crazy.
after L's.
Facts. But yeah, I think that one's on Wednesday, so that should be pretty dope.
seduction.
I don't even know what I don't know what date that is, but
Sexual seduction.
It's coming. by the time you probably hear this,
Sexual seduction.
oh, this dude bugging. But yeah, by the time you hear this, that battle
Sexual
probably
seduction.
be out. Yeah, so
Yo.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I can't wait to see this one. I think Wednesday I ain't got shit to do, so I'm gonna throw it on.
Yo, and he
on
got that
YouTube.
shit. Don't he got that shit with what's that white girl?
Martha Stewart.
No, that she has Katy Perry. He got,
Oh yeah. Snoop got stuff, bro. Snoop
Yo,
got songs
Snoop
for
got-
30 years.
Yo, Snoop.
It's
got
gonna be
shit, man.
it's gonna be like, yo, do you like pop, rap for half of Snoop songs, or do you like 1990 Snoop versus DMX full aggression
It's gonna be
throughout
interesting.
the whole thing?
It's gonna be interesting.
And I think a lot of people are gonna wake up to X's
Very.
catalog. I feel like a lot of younger people, like probably a little younger than me, like 3-4 years, they weren't really into DMX when he was like popping when I was a child in New York. So I think a lot of people are gonna get introduced to DMX catalog, and when he plays some of his songs, yo, it's gonna be crazy, cause he got some stuff, boy.
I can't wait to take it back, man.
He got
That's
some
all
stuff.
I gotta say. I can't wait to take it back. We have another versus battle actually, but this is not Hey, it might go lyrically. You never know. So we did talk about that entanglement last week. All right. So we have a versus. So we have August Alsina, who just put out a song
Yeah.
called Entanglements.
Wow. He doing it for clout.
Is that
man.
corny?
Yeah, I think so.
That's corny.
It's corny. It's mad corny. He's doing it off. It's super corny, yo. To be honest with
Do
you.
you think he did it from the beginning for clout?
I think so. I don't know. I think so in a sense, cause like he did say he was losing a lot of opportunities because of it, but does he think that he was gonna gain more opportunities now? I don't know. I can't speak for it, but like I don't know. I think it's
Well, if
super
your
corny.
career is dying,
That's a way to boost it back up.
and any publicity is good publicity.
That's true, but I don't know, man. He's speaking on his he's speaking publicly to the world on his sex life in a sense. So that's on a married.
He's
woman's
that simp
sex
nigga
life.
though. He's that simp nigga. He
don't
people
know, I
are
find
viewing
that
him as
corny,
that
though.
simp nigga now.
You don't find that corny though? Like, oh,
No,
you're
yeah.
speaking on your dick to the world, not to just like your friends.
Nah, facts.
To
You
the
speak.
world.
Nah, that's the number one rule.
To the
The
world.
truth shall always come to light. Keep that in mind, people.
True.
But that is corny of him to do, especially and.
When he has an album coming, that's
But
the
who
worst
gives
part.
a fuck?
That's
if
true.
I'm corny
That's
enough.
true. I can't be mad
Know
at
what I'm
that.
saying? Like
I can't be mad at that.
like
You're
I'm
right.
getting my fucking bread.
Yeah, no, I can't
And
be
shout
mad
out-
at someone getting their bread.
Shout out to Ross, cause that
Shout
nigga
out.
had a fire verse.
I like Rick Ross. I haven't heard the song yet though.
I tried playing it for you.
I tried to close my ears. I wasn't having it.
But Rick Ross definitely delivered on that, and he has some name flips. He has some.
Jada and Will are pretty easy to flip.
It is, but it made me feel like he was a little battle rapper out there, speaking poetry.
Yeah, I feel you.
Nah, I just fucked with the verse. I just fucked with him painting the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Ross paints the picture better than anyone else.
Yeah, no, I agree. Ross is a smooth talking dude that could put
Marble
together.
floors with the ceiling painted.
I don't know. I don't know. I saw August Alsina's little small interview clip. He was talking to Lil Wayne, and he was just talking about the situation. He was like, "Yeah, it has been a few years ago." Blah blah blah. I just don't love him doing it when he's dropping an album, if he really cared about like what he was saying, like, oh, these people were trying to hold me back, like in the industry because they heard that I'm trying to speak ill on this people's name. I think he could have, if he is gonna talk about it, don't talk about it when you just dropped an album. I think it looks like a rollout.
Yeah.
It looks like a way for you to get streams. Even if that's not what he was doing, it just like as an artist and like as a person that your career is marketing and publicity and your image, like it doesn't look the greatest that you said all this stuff again after your album is out, because it's like saying, yo, I'm just gonna try to draw attention
You look
to
like
it.
a parasite.
Yeah, but at the same time, to be look on the other end, you can't be too mad at a guy that felt like he is being blackballed by the industry and that he needs to do something in order to save his career, as well as he just wants to get these emotions out. So like I see both sides, but I don't personally love him constantly talking about it. But if he does really love this lady, like I can't be too mad at the gentleman. All right, I can't be too mad at him.
Hurt people hurt people.
True.
Beware of all rollouts.
Yeah, it does look like a rollout, to be honest with you. But like, I'm not mad at the guy for.
These artists are smarter than you think, and they have smart people backing them.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, so beware of the rollouts because they're definitely trying to manipulate you into buying their album or giving them attention. And that's all in a day's work for artists because people don't like to fucking support. So I can't blame them, but you have every right to get scrutinized and criticized.
Yeah. Because you are a public figure and you did make your private business public, so you can't be too mad at the end of the day, for sure.
Is you mad, stupid, or dumb?
Some 6ix9ine shit.
Just to get some people mad.
That's true.
Just to get some people mad.
But what else we got last on our docket or close to the?
So
We got some new music.
yeah, we have some new music.
Have you heard it? Have you heard the new DJ Khaled?
Keys. Yes, I heard the 2 songs.
DJ Khaled dropping bangers, huh?
Not a big fan of either song.
Oh, word. You don't like DJ Khaled?
I fuck with DJ Khaled. That's like
Alright, just making sure.
that's my beard twin. Man has an immaculate beard. Shout out to DJ, and he has some hits, man. That nigga barely misses, bro.
Nah, he's raw, bro.
That nigga barely misses. He and if y'all don't know what he does a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just behind the scenes. I know he's just talking over a track, but he gets these artists together. He gets these concepts together. He does a lot of shit. So
yeah, I did see that people trying to talk about like, yo, what does he actually do? He executive produces a song. He makes sure the song comes together. He gets the artists. He gets the engineers. He puts together all the processes of making a song that you guys do not see because you just see the final product. But there's a lot that goes into making music than just putting lyrics on a paper.
facts.
So definitely be aware of that. And DJ Khaled is one of the better people at doing what he does. And you think these artists constantly come back to him just because, like, for no reason? They know. They're like, yo, this is a guy. He's done some good stuff. And I'm going to get with him because he's going to put a body of work together that's going to be very listenable.
You wasn't one working in the stoop.
Right. But the artist that's also featured on these songs is probably the biggest artist in the world at the moment. Drake. Drizzy, what you want to call him. But I listened to both songs. He got Popstar. That's a little more up-tempo jaunt. And then he got Grease. It's a little more melodic, a little more weekendy vibe to it. A little more foreign to it.
Yeah, he tried to go weekend with it. Kind of went too high.
You think so? I think it's a more of a foreign-ish vibe. I don't know what language he was hinting at. I don't know if it was French or Greek, because I'm not
This nigga's
linguistic.
a chameleon, man.
Nah, he's good though. Like, I think it's a nice little vibey track. Grease, I liked it, and Popstar is cool too. I gotta hear it with the speakers bumping though to really get the vibe through that song.
True, because I only bumped it through my phone.
Right. So once you get that going, it'll be cool to see. But Drake, he doesn't really miss. Like his songs are very listenable.
Yes, he does.
They're digestible. His songs are very digestible.
Barely.
Nah, Drake doesn't.
Nah,
make,
sometimes he been putting out some shit this year.
his stuff wasn't. I don't know. I think
He
that
been putting out some shit this year.
his stuff is obviously not as good as his old stuff, but it's still good. It's very listenable. It's very digestible. It's very catchy. And 2 months later, that shit will be stuck in your head. I promise you that. He's a king of like, yo, this song is good, but then like 2 months later, be like, yo, nah, this joint is fire. So that's just how I interpret Drake. But is his best stuff? No. Is his worst stuff? Definitely not.
Do you think anybody could win a versus battle with Drake?
Probably. I think Eminem would probably take him out, possibly. It all depends on the demographic, honestly. Because, like, if we talking about people under 30, I think Drake would probably take it. If we talking about people 30 and above, I think a lot of people could
You think
take him
Jay
out.
could?
Jay-Z would probably take him out pretty easy.
Easy?
Because most of the versus crowd is, like, 30-something plus. And Jay-Z's right in that wheel pocket of music.
I don't know. I think Drake gonna have them young ones riding for him. He's gonna have
sure.
way more fans than
But all the
Jay would have.
It's most of the older people that are going to be watching that versus battle, and I think those people are going to rock with some of the hardcore Jay-Z stuff over the Drake Hotline Blings.
I beg to differ. I feel like old people are not good with technology as we
What do
are.
you mean old people? There's people like under 40.
Over 42.
Over 42. But Swiss Beats and Timbaland are the main people that did this. This thing is a more of a seasoned
It is.
kind of
It is.
setup. So I think Jay-Z would win it.
I don't know.
I don't think any person...
It's a toss-up for me.
It could be a toss-up. It depends on what you like. Personally, I'm going Jay-Z because I like his music better because I like rapping more than I like pop. I think Drake's like a pop star. I think Drake's more of a pop rapper. Like, he's a pop star rapper that can spit good verses as well. And Jay-Z's like a rapper, like an MC kind of thing. So it's tough. But I think Drake could definitely take out a lot of the legends based on his catalog. The dude's catalog is goated.
I mean, he has the best catalog. Rap catalog, he has the best rap catalog.
No comment, man. I don't want to sit here for a year. I don't think he has the best rap catalog. He doesn't. He barely has I don't even know if he has a classic album in hip hop.
I say he has the best. He has probably the best hip hop catalog.
I beg to differ, but all right, cool.
It's fine. It's fine, but he's definitely in the conversation.
He's definitely in the conversation. I think Drake is a top 10 guy in the hip hop community, for sure.
So what other music did we come across?
I know Joey Badass dropped the album. I didn't get to listen to it yet. I'm definitely gonna listen to it throughout the week.
I didn't listen to his album, but I definitely listened to some of the like freestyles and tracks he put out. And I saw like him talking to the people and just telling them to, follow your dreams and stuff and your gift, and I just like the message that this kid always represented.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it's a small pack. It's like a 3-song pack, so I'm definitely gonna listen to it today. I've seen people talking about it, so I'll listen to it.
The light pack.
Yeah, I got the so that means a full album's coming. But there's a song with Pusha T. I'm gonna check that out because Pusha T going through a lot of little things on there. He's sending shots at boys and what's up.
We gonna see. I wonder if Drake is gonna respond.
Drake not gonna say nothing, man. He might. Actually, he might. I thought, yeah, he might. We'll see. I think Drake's got an album coming out. I think a lot of artists, like I've been saying for months, have an album coming out. Drake, Cole, Kendrick. I think we might get all three of them in the same year, second half of the year or early the following year. So we'll see.
Is there any other music I came in contact with?
I don't got nothing.
Nah, I don't really think there's a lot of new music. I still been listening to the same people, Moneybagg Yo, Xadi, I'm saying just Drake, Cole. I told you I wanted new Jay-Z last week.
Never
waiting
coming.
on that.
It's not coming, man.
It's gonna come.
Jay-Z done with y'all.
Hov gonna keep making music.
Nah, he done with y'all.
But I am done with y'all. I think we're both done with y'all.
Yeah, y'all can go home now.
Y'all can go home. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want. Scratch your balls, wipe your ass, Smoke some weed.
Straight like that.
Remember the name podcast.
See you.
Yeah.
Am I being heard? Possibly.
Yes, you are being heard, sir.